Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the ultimate superhero vacation destination.
Hello, my name is Thane and I like to experiment with AI art. In my latest video I decided to have some fun with the pan feature in Midjourney. If you want to see the full version of the video in the introduction, check the link in the description. I know that it's far from ideal and I certainly could have worked on it a bit more, but many of you have still been asking me how I did that. So in this video I will be showing you my workflow of creating clips like this with Midjourney and some other AI tools I use. So here's how to do that. Step 1. Have an idea for what you want to do and refine it. I had an idea in my head based on some of the viral videos that have been circulating around recently with very famous characters or actors in some different or funny settings. So I asked ChatGPT to give me some ideas. I didn't like the first ones that much, so I specified that I would like a setting that would be totally out of place. And I got the idea for superheroes on vacation. Step 2. Go to Midjourney and generate an image as your starting point. In my case I attempted several things and ended up with wanting something cinematic and photorealistic. But it can be anything, just make sure you like your starting point. So here is my starting image of Spider-Man swimming in a lagoon. Step 3. Check that you have remix on if you want to direct your image and create a story as you go along. Just type /settings and click it on if it's not highlighted already. Step 4. Start panning. Select a direction as indicated with the arrow buttons below your created image. In my case I started panning right. Having remix on gives you a pop-up window where you can change the prompt. And Midjourney will look at half of your image and what you wrote in the prompt window, and it generates something that would go stylistically with the image and your prompt. And then it glues the images together seamlessly. Step 5. Select your favorite out of the options, upscale it and then pan it again. The next time you do a pan, it will no longer look at the entire image and take half of it, but it basically takes the part that was most recently added to your image. If you want, you can also add image prompting in the mix, take an image or more and paste them to the prompt window just before the prompt. It may be a trick to influence the look of the image more. I have noticed myself that after a time, the tendency for Midjourney is to go darker and darker with each image if you do not correct it and try to add some words to increase lightness of the image. Step 6. Repeat this process as many times you like or until Midjourney no longer finishes your pan job. This depends on the aspect ratio, but using 16:9 I discovered that after 13 consecutive pans, Discord no longer showed me the resulting grid of the 14th pan. So my workaround was to upscale all of the images of the grid so I could see the results that way, because the provided link never opened an image for me. But with 16:9 aspect ratio I got up to 20 pans and the following 21st pan failed. My final image was 16,016 by 816 pixels. I think that there is some kind of a limit there, but I think it is different with other aspect ratios. For example, with the 1:1 aspect ratio, I got up to the 16th pan when Midjourney stopped showing me the grid in Discord. And up to 30th pan when the pan job started failing. Step 7. Save and download only the last widest image. This is different from the zoom where you would need to save all of the images along the way. Step 8. Go back to ChatGPT, look at your image and describe the image in the direction you plan on doing the pan and request ChatGPT to write you a narrative script for a YouTube video of your preferred length. So in my case I wanted a funny and witty script for a 2-minute video starting off where we see Spider-Man swimming and ending with Groot wearing sunglasses. As a result I got a narrative script with some scene descriptions there between the chapters as well. I could have gotten rid of those if I wanted to, but I just copied the narrative text between them. Step 9. Go to your preferred text-to-audio generator and generate the narrative audio for it. I normally use Murph.ai. You can test it out for free, but you cannot download your generations. The cheapest plan costs $29 per month if you do not do a yearly subscription. I am not affiliated or sponsored by them in any way, just personally have gotten used to using it for my videos. But again, you can use any other tool like 11 Labs or even Microsoft Azure text-to-speech for it. The difference is just in the voice models and how natural they sound. But I don't think any of them currently sound totally natural yet based on my experience. It does beat my own voice, I think, based on all of your feedback about it. But for the pan, just go in, create a new project, select your preferred voice and then paste in your text. Listening to the outcome doesn't hurt either. I had to change the way how Batman was spelled so it wouldn't sound like
Batman.
Step 10. Go to your preferred video editor and add the audio and your very wide image there. I have been using Wondershare Filmora as my video editor, but it is not free to use after a trial period. I think it has a yearly subscription for about $50, but I am not in any way affiliated by them. Since I have been using that editor, it's possibly currently the only editor where I know how to do this, so I'll show you how it's done there. I have tried some others as well, but it just felt easiest for a beginner like me. Step 11. Drag your audio and image on the timeline. And then adjust the length of the image to match your narration. In my case, I decided to add an additional zoom in the beginning, because I wanted an empty shot of a paradise lagoon before going to Spider-Man. But as I reached the maximum width of the image, I was unable to generate a full 16:9 section to the left of Spider-Man. So I improvised a little bit. And I also had a narrated text at the end that I liked, but it wasn't talking about anything in the image. But I went ahead and just created another image of a paradise beach resort. Step 12. Insert the pan. In Wondershare Filmora, you basically right-click on the image in the timeline window. Select Crop and Zoom. And then go to the Pan and Zoom tab. Then adjust the ratio to what your end result should be. In my case it is 16:9. And then drag the start to the left edge of the image. And end to the right edge of the image. And also, if you don't want to zoom at the same time, make sure you enlarge the end box to the whole height of the image. Then you can preview if you want, but it's basically ready after apply. Step 13. Add some music. I usually use Mubit for generating music for my videos. You can see my affiliate link in the description below. But Mubit is actually free to use with the Ambassador plan. You can generate up to 25 tracks per month, or you can select tracks others have created from their library. And you just have to add to your post or video that the music was generated with Mubit. The cheapest paid plan is $14 per month if you don't buy an annual one. But you basically just go to generate a track, or mix, or other options. Enter a text prompt which can come up with some really random stuff actually, so it's very unpredictable. Or you can also choose your type of music from genres, moods or activities. They each have a bunch of options there. Unfortunately, you cannot combine prompt and the genres, moods or activities. You can set the duration in minutes and seconds. Maximum possible is 25 minutes long. And just hit generate. It will take some time, and when it's ready, you will be able to preview your track. Then select your favorite, hit the add to my downloads button. Wait some more and then you can download your track. Depending on your plan, you may get a pop-up with the reminder of adding attribution to your post or video. Just copy and paste it and you're ready to go. And afterwards just go and drop your music track to your video editor. There you go, you now have a video that scrolls along the one huge wide image along with some narration and background music. You can also do this in any direction. I just happen to like panning right. You could as well pan up or down. And in the background here you can see a menagerie of weird creatures in the meshed style of Jean-Baptiste Monga, Mark Ryden and H.R. Giger. It was the 1:1 aspect ratio test I did to see how big the image would go. The end result was 15,872 by 1024 pixels. But I do hope you got some inspiration and tips from this video. I originally wanted to include here the Zoom feature workflow as well, but I will do a different video about that. Please consider subscribing to my channel if you like this kind of content. And also leave some likes or comments if you have something to say. I'll do my best to reply. Thank you for watching, and let's continue prompting.